Tip a concierge. Although not to be considered compulsory, tipping is usually expected. It is a way of expressing your gratitude to the people who have done you professional services. There are, however, some issues about tipping, like how much should the tip be? And when is tipping necessary? Tipping a concierge, for example, is rigged with questions. Should a concierge be tipped for every service? Or is a concierge allowed to receive a tip at all? So to help you answer your questions, here are some suggestions on tipping a concierge. Find out if your hotel allows the concierge to receive a tip. First of all, you have to know if the concierge in your hotel is allowed to get tips from guests. You don't want to embarrass the concierge, or yourself, by giving tips that would in the end be turned down. Tip accordingly. The tip for the concierge usually depends on the nature and difficulty of the service. For instance, if the concierge reserves a restaurant seat for you, arranges your ticket reservation, or does any basic and simple tasks, you can give him anywhere between $5 and $20. But when he reserves you a seat in a fine and not so easy to get restaurant, gets you a ticket the last minute before a show, or does anything short of impossible, a higher tip is called for. Remember, however, that some services do not require a tip. These might include answering a query and giving a restaurant suggestion. Decide when to give the tip. Some choose to tip the concierge upon their arrival at the hotel. This is sort of a bribe that assures them of a good service and, all too often, a VIP treatment. But it is more acceptable to tip immediately after the service has been rendered or to give the cumulative sum of the tip at the last day of your stay. Still, when to give the tip usually depends on you. So choose a time that you think is appropriate and convenient on your part to hand a tip, and make sure to tip with a smile on your face and a warm and sincere thank you. Quietly hand the tip. Tipping should be discreet. Just subtly put the tip in the concierge's hand or reach your hand out to him. If you choose to tip at the last day of your stay, put the cumulative amount of the tip in an envelope. Directly give it to him, or leave it at the front desk if you are not able to see him before leaving. To make your expression of gratitude more meaningful, write him a short note. Realize that tip is not all about money. While handing some amount of dollars is the usual practice on tipping, you can choose to be different. So instead of money, why not give him a bottle of choice wine, a small gadget, or cufflinks. Because you put thought and personal effort in expressing your gratitude for an exceptional service, your gift will be appreciated more. If you are holding back your money and can't find the desire in your heart to tip, remember it is always a good practice to share your wealth. Try to be more generous. After all, you don't tip for nothing. You tip because you have received a generous service.